In The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent, Oriah grapples with her dual identity as both human and vampire. Set against the backdrop of the brutal Kajari tournament held every century, the story unfolds as contestants fight for survival. Fiercely determined to protect her loved ones, Oriah forms an unlikely alliance with Rain, a Rishon vampire, and draws strength from her friendship with Mish, a former priestess. The narrative weaves themes of loyalty, sacrifice, and the struggle for power into Oriah's journey. Her evolving relationships with Rain and Misha challenge her understanding of trust and companionship. As the trials progress, Oriah discovers her unique magical abilities, unlocking hidden strengths that propel her toward greatness. Rich world-building enhances the story, featuring vivid descriptions of the Nightborn's architecture, the haunting Moon Palace, and the visceral brutality of the trials. Oriah's internal conflict is palpable as she seeks acceptance in a society that deems her inferior. This tension between her longing for belonging and her fierce independence drives much of the plot. As the climax approaches, Oriah confronts her deepest fears and makes choices that will shape her destiny. The complexities of love and power are explored, revealing how they can both uplift and destroy. In a world where betrayal lurks at every corner, Oriah navigates the treacherous waters of the Kajari while contending with the legacy of her father's reign and the dark forces threatening them all. Ultimately, The Nightborn Chronicles is a tale of resilience and self-discovery, chronicling Oriah's transformation as she learns to embrace her true self and harness her inner strength. It explores the unyielding pursuit of power in a world where everything is at stake, delving into themes of love, loss, and the quest for identity amid turmoil. The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent has garnered attention for its imaginative storytelling and intricate world-building, particularly within the realm of fantasy literature. Released in 2022, this novel marks a significant entry in the genre, blending elements of mythology, romance, and adventure. Cultural impact. The book has resonated with fans of the fantasy genre and has become part of evolving conversations around representation and diversity in literature. Broadbent's story features a strong female protagonist and explores themes of power, survival, and identity, which aligns with the growing trend of feminist narratives in fantasy. Additionally, it delves into complex moral choices, reflecting contemporary societal dilemmas where good and evil are often blurred. The novel has also sparked discussions about the importance of world building in fantasy literature. By making her world rich and populated with lore, Broadbent has invited comparisons to established authors like Sarah J. Maas and Naomi Novik, bringing forth a new generation's take on fantasy narratives. How this book is different. The Serpent and the Wings of Night distinguishes itself through its unique mythological framework and an ambitious blend of romantic elements with high-stakes fantasy. Unlike many traditional fantasy novels that often rely on familiar tropes, Broadbent infuses her narrative with culturally rich underpinnings, which seem influenced by various mythologies, and nuanced character development. Broadbent's prose is also noted for its lyrical quality, enveloping readers in a vibrant yet brutal world where stakes are high and character emotions are palpably real. The sense of urgency, along with intricate plots involving betrayal and loyalty, sets it apart from other fantasy novels that may lean more on pure adventure or escapism. About the author, Carissa Broadbent is an emerging voice in the fantasy genre. Before her foray into full-length novels, she was known for her short stories that often combined elements of fantasy with deep emotional resonance. Broadbent's background in art may influence her vivid imagery and attention to detail in world building. As she continues to evolve as a writer, she has attracted a dedicated readership, particularly among those who appreciate stronger representations of women in fantasy roles. Similar books to read. If you enjoyed The Serpent and the Wings of Night, you may find the following novels compelling. 1. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This series has a strong romantic angle and is filled with mythical creatures, making it a staple for fantasy enthusiasts. 2. An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir. This novel mixes elements of fantasy and a historical backdrop reminiscent of ancient Rome, featuring a gripping tale of love, rebellion, and sacrifice. 3. The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. a standalone epic fantasy that offers a richly crafted world filled with dragons, magic, and fierce female leads. 4. Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin, a tale that touches on magic, witch trials, and forbidden romance, providing a balance of intrigue and engaging characters. 5. These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. This focuses on fae and mortal worlds with romance at the forefront, suitable for readers who enjoy fantasy intertwined with love stories. In summary, The Serpent and the Wings of Night presents a fresh take on fantasy literature, characterized by its rich world-building, strong themes, and compelling characters. Carissa Broadbent is an author to watch, and the book stands among a growing collection of works that redefine the landscape of modern fantasy. Like this if you liked it, and subscribe for more.